I think that we had a phrase at the beginning of the year that we kind of went away from, but like unmute and get rich. I mean, that should be the motto, guys. Like if you unmute yourself, you'll get wealthy. But if you don't unmute yourself, you're never going to get better. And there's so many of you that consistently show up onto our dials and then we never actually hear from you. And it's like, are you just showing up to show up? Are you showing up and actually listening and applying what you're hearing? Or like what are you actually doing on those live dials to try to get better? And there's no judgment coming from anybody. Like I still remember there's times where I'm like, man, like Josh is getting his teeth kicked in. Man, Josh is it's brutal on the phones, but he just kept going. And that's the thing. And like you hit on something, like for months you got your teeth kicked in. Like what kept you going, Josh? Like not giving up, not making excuses, not giving leads. Like for somebody who is new or somebody who's in their month 3 or 4 or 5 and, just trying to feeling like they're struggling and not getting any better, like what is it that kept you going? And what is it that kept you just wanting to show up every single day and being a student?
Mainly my mother, my family, and, yourself, and Michaela, people that believed in me when so many people decided to take shots at me while I was at the bottom for absolutely no reason. And, I'm a natural fighter, if you know me, I kind of got a little grit to me, but I've always just been a go-getter. And, someone tell me I can't do this, I already told my mom what I was going to do. So you're not gonna, you're not gonna change that. And so I think just speaking, manifesting, me and Marcus months and months ago, before Marcus is even where he's at now, we were manifesting, speaking these things into existence and trying our hardest to hold each other accountable, show up every day, unmute each other, or unmute ourselves and be willing to give each other constructive criticism, ask the team for constructive criticism, and just understand that it's not about me. I used to work, I was driving for Lyft. Make a long story short, before Lyft, I was working 3 to 4 jobs. So I was a mover, and then after that, moving a house, I got to go work again. And then after that work, I got to go work again. And so that survival mentality, I think it was just like, man, I don't know. I didn't, to be honest, a year ago, I didn't know I'd be in this type of position. Was facing a lot of adversity, but I think what a lot of people taking direct punches at me while I'm on the floor, it's like, wait till I get up. You know what I mean? And I think if you train your brain to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and you just keep callousing that, eventually almost everything that you run into as far as adversity, your why is going to be big enough to keep you going. My why is my family, and my why is the people that support me and believed in me. Instead of not taking shots, they hey, let me lend you a hand, because it was very hard. Like I didn't expect people to really do that, but I was doubted a lot. And I think that, working on my mindset and manifesting and praying to God, and then reaching out to resources has helped me a lot. Just straight up getting uncomfortable. You got to get uncomfortable, or it's not going to work.
No, I love that you share that, man. And I wanted you to share that because people need to hear it. Like we all want this instant gratification and instant success. And I get it. Like we need money, like we need to survive. We need to pay our bills. But at the end of the day, it's the long term. This is a career. This isn't some get rich in a couple months type of scheme type of thing. Like this is a career and a skill set that you'll develop over time that will give you the confidence to print money and to help a ton of families, and to use your servant heart to really capitalize on what this opportunity can offer to an individual or even to like a family. And another thing too, Josh, I think is big and something that you've really wrote is the family first life family. like in the camaraderie that you can really get and the support that you can really get if you just ask. Like the thing about Josh is he's always on live dials, always making connections with the new person or the agent that's on there with them. And it's gone a long way. It's compounding effort, compounding, success that was minimal success. Book an appointment was successful for you, and then it turned into doing a presentation, and then it turned into you closing deals. And it's just been really cool to see that if you don't quit on yourself and you continuously ask for help and you're coachable, anybody can do this business if they don't quit. And that's the thing is so many people are quick to give up on themselves and then go back to working for somebody and building somebody else's dream. And at the end of the day, like Josh is a prime example of just normalizing the grind. I mean, if you're not willing to sacrifice a year ago, you didn't know you're going to be in this situation. And now a year ago, you're able to afford a flight, come down here to Dallas and do your thing, man. I mean, it's just a testament to your hard work and your effort that you put in and coachability and humility, really. I mean, you've never been afraid to show people that you weren't that good on the phones when you first started. You weren't that afraid to say, hey, would you have said anything differently here? Or, just sharing the opportunity on Instagram and social media as well along the journey has been a true inspiration to watch your growth. And I think that if we all live by the motto, unmute and get rich, I think that we'll all become more successful here, and you'll start to see yourself grow. And then you'll soon realize, like, we don't care if you suck on the phones. We don't care if you stutter on your words. We don't care where you're at in the process of you getting better. We just care that you're trying to get better. At the end of the day, that's all it is we want to see that you're putting in effort, that you're trying to be coached and you're trying to get better. And I think that Josh has become obsessed with getting better. And it's funny because the people who get obsessed with trying to get better are the ones who succeed the most at this business. And instead of saying that it's the leads or it's my schedule, it's my situation, you actually just utilize what the platform and the training and the system is to put the numbers and to put everything in your favor, man. So it's really cool to see what you've done thus far. And I'm really excited to see where you go. And if you want to just share anything with anybody while we have you on here, Josh, about not giving up or anything really, like the floor is yours, brother.
For sure. What I would say to anybody, thinking about this opportunity is understand that it is going to be mentally difficult. Understand that you are going to get hung up on. But a quote that helps me get through as far as unmuting everything, getting uncomfortable, is one of my best friends, Corey Norman, told me years ago. He said, if you live for people's acceptance, you'll die from their rejection. So what that spoke to me is when you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth as a man, self-love is the best love. Give yourself positive affirmations. Understand that you're God's child. Understand that, you're coming from a good place. When I'm on the phones, I'm coming from a good place. Like I care about the people. And I think the more that you care about people and the more that they feel it, that's what's going to bring you success, as well as, think about volunteering, for instance. If you go volunteer, you're not judging the other volunteers or competing with the other volunteers. Oh, who passed out the more food or who did this? It's like you're focusing on serving, giving. And that's, they put a request in, what they're looking for is someone with integrity, someone that's going to treat them how, you'd want someone to treat your family. So I tell my clients on the phone, hold me accountable. If there's any point in time you feel, like you need to ask a question, you're not on the right page, we're not on the same page, stop me so I can help you understand. And I think when I was a preschool teacher, seeking to understand the children, they come in my classroom, I can't just say, oh, that's a boy, that's a girl, that's this rich kid, poor kid, whatever, smart kid. It's like, no, I have to seek to understand how they're going about, problem solving. And the only way someone's going to be able to help you is if you unmute, because that's opening a gateway to say, hey, I'm being vulnerable. I need help. I really want to help serve people. And I remember Gage, like months ago, I was struggling at the Social Security part. like struggling. And then I passed that part. And then I got to the banking, the routing. I got stuck on the routing. Couldn't get past that. Got past the routing. Then I had to get to the account number, still getting my teeth kicked in. And so it's like you said, you know, it's a compounding effort. I think, you know, I always wake up with the mindset, another day is always another opportunity to serve and protect these families. And so waking up, you know, with that kind of attitude towards this opportunity, it's a win-win, even when you lose. Like I got my teeth kicked in last probably 3 days, but it's been awesome because you got to stay optimistic, got to learn. It's just like a boxer. This is what I definitely would like to share to people. So you can take it baseball route or boxing route. You get in the ring. Let's say you got your hands up, chin tucked, you down, you throwing them right now. If you still keep getting tagged and you got your hands up, you're gonna be like, hold up, like how's this fool still hitting? You know, and that's how it is on the phones. Is every time you put your hands up, you call in, you unmute yourself, you're only gonna get stronger. You're naturally gonna end up, you know, dodging, bobbing, and weaving, and then helping people. And it's like some of these people just need challenge. Some of these people you just need to hit them back. So with the men, I tell people, you know, my name's Joshua Battles, medical senior field underwriter for the state of Colorado. I'm here to help serve and protect your family. Now, Donald, you have the cape. You know, you have the cape for your household. You're the superhero. I'm just a sidekick with a state license to help facilitate these programs to you so we can put you in the best possible situation. I'm authorized to show you the cheapest rates with the best discounts. And then at that point, you know, telling a grown man he's wearing the cape, when he gives you that objection, when you showed something to him that's feasible within his budget, you showed him that clarity, that financial peace of mind. When he says at the end, I just don't know if I'm ready yet. Okay, sir. I don't know about you, but resting in peace to me means if I were to pass away today, that my family doesn't have to take on that financial hardship and that burden. Are you telling me you're gonna take the cape off now? Or are we gonna serve and protect your family? And sometimes you just gotta hit them. You know, like I said, I was getting kicked in my teeth, so I'm ready to fight back. And it's not fighting the families, you're fighting for them. And so facilitating that correctly and effectively is very important when you are challenging people. But just getting uncomfortable and just understand that somebody didn't wake up today, you know? And so when you find excuses to not dial, or somebody didn't wake up today that could have used your time, your effort, their beneficiaries could have used our time, our effort. And that's kind of, you know, jumping back off, you know, a year ago, I just kept telling myself, like, these people need us. They're like, Josh, you might play a little role right now, but imagine, like, you know, when I was booking appointments for Michaela and stuff, I was really wanting, like anybody, I was really just wanting to help, because I've done so many jobs where, man, it's just not as satisfying, you know, and money takes care of itself in this business. So as long as I know I'm helping and I'm serving people, that's all that matters to me. Just another day is another opportunity to grow and develop as a man, and use my peers around me, my community, my resources around me to keep growing, and hopefully influence a lot of people to never give up and just find that why within them and understand that, dude, if you speak things into existence and you pray and you literally, even if you kind of don't believe what you're saying, say it. Because I'm telling you, when things happen now in my life, it's like a movie, and like it's crazy. Like it's God. It's God. It's not me. I just show up every day and I put the work in, and God has provided this amazing opportunity that Gage, Michaela, Sean, Mike, everyone has built for us to thrive. And so it all starts with you. You got to believe in yourself. Another day is always another opportunity. So if you got to tell yourself that every day, to hold you accountable, then do so, and unmute and get rich, and, you know, let's grow, let's support each other. It's a safe zone here.
Amen, bro. That was some very valuable stuff. And we're going to be able to put out some great content from that. And I'm glad you dove into some good word tracks that are super powerful. And one last thing before we let everybody get back on the phones here is, like, as much as you were asking for help and reaching out and, you know, taking coaching, these last couple of weeks, you've had a bunch of people reach out to you, and you've had a bunch of people ask you for help. And one, how has that made you feel? And two, how has that helped you become a better trainer or a better person at your craft?
Perfect. I'm glad you asked me that. Ooh, man, it's been quite a journey. You know, as a dialer, I was working. People gave me credit, you know, but I still felt in the background a little bit. I felt like, how good am I? You know, what kind of producer will I be with this amount of work ethic that I'm putting in? You know, will I always see kind of these kind of results? So what I would say is, you know, it's just making sure that, you know, you're coming into it with good intentions, you know, good intentions, you know, bringing out the emotion in the presentations and stuff like that. But it's been different for me in a good way. It's been challenging. I feel like this is a new learning curve. I mean, a year and a half ago, I felt like I was dying to everybody. You know, when I was getting evicted, I knew if I was on the streets, I don't think I wasn't hearing from too many people. So I just felt like I gotta survive. I have to make it. And it's been feeling good because it's God. You know, it's not me. I don't want all the attention. It's just God. It's faith. Faith is key. And you know, just showing up every day, wanting to grow as an individual, however you identify as man, woman, however you identify, just wanting to be the change that you wish to see, or definitely hoping to spark the brain that does change the world. You know, I'm just a human person, and I just wake up every day and I try not to take life for granted. You know, I been through some life and death situations that definitely will change the way you look at every moment. And I try to stay mindful of that. So it's just mindfulness, prayer, meditation, speaking things into existence. And I'm very excited about this new learning curve. So I'm not used to people, you know, hitting me up at all. Like, you know, so this is all new to me. I'm very grateful, and I'm gonna continue asking right now. You guys gonna hear me ask for constructive criticism because I purposely want to grow. I'm intentional about it. Doesn't mean I'm gonna be perfect. Doesn't mean I'm gonna be some top producer one day or whatever. Just means I'm just a product of this system, and it works. You buy leads, you pick up the phone, you call them, you know, and you serve them wholeheartedly. And everything else takes care of itself if you stay open-minded, optimistic, and you care about people. That's where it starts. If you don't care about people, I'm not gonna tell you what to do with your life, but I don't know. I care about people, and I think everybody else that cares about people in this business, they're doing really well. And so, yeah, leave the money aside, it'll come. Try to think of it being paid bi-weekly. How many jobs can you go to and you just could play on your phone, but you know you're gonna get paid? So it's like, if you did just go into it helping people, you already know it's coming. So it's like, just see how many families you can help.
Absolutely, dude. Well, I really appreciate you sharing. I know a lot of people got some valuable information from you. And I just want you to know that me and Michaela are very proud of your journey thus far. And I know that Michaela's always been a person that's always believed in you. And it's been amazing to watch, you know, this last year. And we're excited to see really what you're going to accomplish for the rest of this year. And just know that Family First Life Enhanced Foundation is better with you, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you, bro.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that.
Well, guys, today is payday.